Hi guys, today I kind of have a little bit of a different video, just kind of a random topic that I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about, and that is not feeling connected to your baby immediately. Not having that like love at first sight or just like immediate connection with the newborn. Like, I've experienced it in two different ways with my two sons, and I just wanted to kind of chat a little bit about it. I feel like the world kind of expects moms to have this immediate connection and like overwhelming love and joy for their newborn babies that doesn't always happen. And I feel like it can make moms feel inadequate and just not right, like I'm not mommy material, or there must be something wrong with me that I'm not feeling this about my baby. And I'm sure there are plenty of mommies who do have that feeling and do feel immediately connected and in love with their newborn babies, but I was not one of them in some ways. So let's first of all talk a little bit about my first son, Calvin, and how things went down with him. If you watched my birth story video, you probably know a little bit about that kind of what happened. I did have some baby blues after he was born, and I just didn't feel super connected to him in the first place. Like, I didn't even give him his first kiss until at least like a day later. And he was in the NICU. I didn't get to, spend a lot of time with him at first because my family was all there and I wanted them to be able to see him before he went to the NICU. A lot of stuff like that revolves around, a lot of stuff happened that the circumstances could have been different, should have been different, but that's just the way that it was. And I feel like the circumstances kind of led more to the baby blues with Calvin. I wouldn't say that I have had postpartum depression with either of the boys, but I would definitely say we've had some extent of baby blues with both of them. And I think that attributes to the whole, or maybe it's the other way around, not feeling connected to the baby perhaps kind of causes some of the baby blues. Or is it the baby blues that's making you not feel connected? I'm not sure which way it goes, but like I said, I've felt it two different ways with both of the boys. With Calvin, it was more of a shock thing. It was like, holy crap, I just had this baby. I really don't know how to be a mom. I don't know what to do with him. Breastfeeding was really hard. I didn't get to spend a lot of time with him right after he was born. He was in the NICU. A lot of different things just made me not, like, I almost didn't even, like, I just didn't feel this ultimate intense connection with him. With Eren, it's been different. I feel like I was more connected to him in the first days of his life. Like, I felt like I knew what I was doing a little bit better, and I did feel really good about Eren's birth story, even though it totally did not go the way that I wanted it to go, like, at all. I was much more at peace with Eren's birth than I was with Calvin. And so I feel like I was very happy in the beginning after Eren was born, but as time went on, and I realized how hard it was to take care of two little people, and Eren was kind of fussy and kind of colicky and much more difficult to console than Calvin ever was. Eren was a more difficult baby overall. And so with time, I felt like I was like losing a connection to him almost. And I didn't realize it at the time, but now looking back, I totally see it, because recently, the last couple weeks, he has turned around completely. He's done a complete 180, and he is a dream baby. He is so happy and good and just easier to console. He has completely changed his attitude the last couple weeks, and since changing, I realized that I am feeling more connected to him. Like, maybe I felt connected to him in the first few days after his birth, but once the real motherhood of two boys hit me, I lost all connection. I just felt like I was in survival mode and we were just going through the motions. I just had to get this baby to a point where he was going to be moving or crawling or interacting with his brother or distracting himself, or I just had to get through these newborn days. I just had to get through it. That's all that there was to it. I wasn't enjoying the newborn days. I wasn't like living in the moment. I just wanted to get through them. And since we've come around to the other side, I realized that I feel much more connected to him now. I use his name a lot more. I say Eren instead of baby brother or baby or, you know, little boy or Mr. or whatever I call him, you know, I use the name Eren a lot more and I feel more connected to him. I just feel like since he's turned around and his whole attitude, that I have realized that I wasn't really connected to him on that level yet until he finally turned around. Then I realized looking back that it wasn't as dreamy and wonderful as the world makes you think that new motherhood is. And it's like being a new mom of a new baby. Every baby's different. I learned that. It is. It's like, and being a mom of 2 is different than being a mom of 1. It's like being a new mother every time, I think. We'll see with future babies if it still continues to be that way, but it's definitely been another learning experience this time around, just like it was the first time around. And I'm not totally sure if there's a lot of structure going on to this video. I'm not totally sure exactly what points I wanted to hit, but I just kind of wanted to come on here and chat a little bit. So I hope this video was at least a little bit helpful for you guys. If you have any idea what I'm saying, please leave a comment down below if you are connecting to this topic in any way, if you kind of get what I'm going for here. I hope that this video was a little bit helpful. I just do feel like there's not enough talk about, you know, baby blues, postpartum depression, just new motherhood in general, and definitely not about that magical, in love, first moment, you know, with the baby. I don't think it happens the same for everybody. So I feel like there could be more discussion about that. You shouldn't feel like you are inadequate or not a good enough mom in any way just because you don't have that, like, as soon as you see your baby, you're like immediately in love and it's the perfect moment and it's like fairy tale, you know, fairy dust and all that crap all over the place. If you don't feel that, you shouldn't feel like less of a mommy than all the mommies who do feel that way. I feel like there's more mommies out there who don't feel that way, who don't necessarily talk about it. So I hope this video was at least a little bit something. I hope it kind of helped somebody out there. Please give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any idea what I'm going for here. And I'll talk to you guys next time.